Alright, so today I have two different brands I'm measuring. I have GTMat's 80 mil thick asphalt butyl hybrid. I'm having a hard time finding any specifications on their webpage right now. It used to be pretty good with that. I've been told that it's 2.5 mil thick aluminum and 80 mil thick total thickness. It is asphalt. You can smell it. There is a very big difference between this and butyl. In fact, when I got the package in, my wife was able to tell that it was not a normal butyl rubber product before I even finished opening the box. That said, this is how it comes. It definitely looks like they've coated it with something on the aluminum, although I haven't tried a polish test yet. I'm going to do that right now. The backing paper is this plastic film type material. This is one of the worst backing papers that I've had so far. When I was using the die to cut the vibration test samples, this was trying to peel off every time I removed the material from the die. So I'm not a fan of the backing material. It does, however, measure to spec as far as total thickness. You know, plus or minus 5 thousandths is good enough for butyl, as butyl is going to be what generally is the part that is off. So the total thickness measures a spec. Now, peeling off the asphalt is a little difficult on this one because it's just very difficult. It's not something that's easy to do as with a butyl. It's definitely easier to do the butyl on every other product I've tried so far aside from Alpha Damp. But as we get it off, you can see that there is something in between the asphalt layer and the aluminum layer. I'm not sure what this is. I'm going to end up trying to burn it off because if it's not aluminum, it can't be considered part of the constraining layer. So you can see this is the aluminum sheet side and this is the plastic or whatever this is side. Measuring total thickness with this in place, you get around 5 thousandths of an inch. So this is above what spec is, but I don't know what it says, so okay, there's definitely plastic. I can smell plastic. It burns off pretty well. I'm not sure, looking at this is going to test the spec, but let's go ahead and measure it. Without the plastic, I'm getting 2 mil. So you know what, 2 mil is within spec and is very thin. You know, there's some stuff right here that needs to be peeled off before I can measure. As you see, going around the edge, it's about 2 to 3 mil all the way around. So we'll go ahead and call it 2.5 mil. To give you an example of how thin 2.5 mil is, normal aluminum foil like you would buy from Reynolds is about, oh see, I'm getting 1 thousandths right here in the middle. Normal aluminum foil from Reynolds is about 1 thousandths thick. The heavy duty stuff is a little thicker, it's about 2 thousandths thick. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is relatively to spec. You know, it's between 1.5 and 2.5 mil, so maybe a little under. I have the full piece right here. I'm going to go ahead and just try to see if there's a coating on it. It looks to me similar to the characteristics that the other asphalt product I'm going to test, which is Peel and Seal, has on it. This is Mother's Billet Polish. Okay, there's no coating. As you can see, it is polishing. So there's no coating on it, it just seems to be a low-grade aluminum. So this is the sample I'm going to go ahead and test today. As you can see, it did polish off. Now the other sample that I have that I want to measure is peel and seal, which is this right here. This is actually one of the test samples I used to set up the test rig and get everything going. Now if you look, I've already started to peel off the butyl. Measuring it shows about 40 thousandths thick. Again, I haven't looked up specifications on this product. I will before I post. Measures just over 40 thousandths each time. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. This is also an asphalt butyl hybrid product. It also has this plastic looking liner on the butyl side of, or the, back side of the aluminum. So I'm going to have to burn this off to get an accurate measurement, but with the plastic, we're looking at, looks like 7 thousandths on average, maybe 5 thousandths in some areas. Looks like 5 to 6 thousandths in most areas. So I'll go ahead and burn this off. And this one's going to be a little harder to do. It feels the same. It honestly feels the same as the GTMat does. Thickness, it's coming out about the same. About 2 thousandths, 1.5, 2, 2. Now, if I remember correctly, this is also supposed to be a 2.5 mil thick layer on this. Now remember, this is a roofing product and not a intentional damper. There's been a lot of controversy over this product being used as a damper, as it is an asphalt product. It does have a smell to it. There have been people complain that it doesn't stay put over time. It seems to be very consistent. I would expect so, being from an industry that is well established in the roofing world. I have an email sent out to them asking them whether they approve the product for use indoors. They do have an MSDS sheet, which I will be posting. GTMat does as well. Anything with asphalt in it must have an MSDS sheet because it is a hazardous material. If it burns, it can cause cancer. So those are my reservations about using asphalt products in the car. Now, whether it performs or not is what we're going to be working on with the vibration testing. The test I'm going to do later tonight is going to be the 80 mil thick product, and we're going to compare it to the KnoKnoise product that you see right here, which is resonance control. Now, I brought this out to give you guys an idea of what it takes to remove these products once they've been put in place. This is the biggest problem with doing these tests, is getting this off cleanly without damaging the metal or bending it or doing other things that might negatively affect the testing. So, and this is a product that has only been on here a few hours. I have removed things that have been on longer. They are more difficult. It does seem to take a set, and especially over heat and cold cycles, it does seem to get more difficult to remove. This is actually going easier than I figured it would. But still, I'm going to have to then clean the material to get all the butyl off, because without getting all of it off, it's not a fair test to then put another brand on over the top of whatever's left from this. So this is actually one of the user products. I did test Sound Deadener Showdown's CLD tiles when I was setting up the product, or the testing apparatus, and it was more difficult to remove than this. So now the reason I'm showing this is because a lot of people have been curious on what to use to remove these products and to remove the goop. You know, acetone does not work. I've tried acetone, it doesn't do anything. On asphalt products, acetone does actually do some work to it. In my personal car, when I had to remove the stock asphalt, I ended up just using a wiring brush and on a drill and just wire brush the entire inside of the car. It looks like this stuff is working. I'm impressed. I did not expect it to work this easily. So I'm happy with that. This is only $2 a bottle. What this is Goo Gone. I know other people have used it in the past. This is the first time I've actually picked some up to use myself. So I'm very happy that this is working well, because I was a little worried about how I was going to get this off and satisfactory enough for a second test tonight. So as you can see, this has been removed. I'll go ahead and rub it down with rubbing alcohol before I put it in. I'll set it up in the test rig in a couple minutes, and then I will get another measurement tonight for GTMat's 80 mil thick product. Thanks.